This is the most updated version of the Uber Eats and Uber Driver app. And yes, there's some settings in here you need to change right now if you want to make the most money, avoid problems and mistakes, and ultimately just get more out of the app. And some of these are so new, they're not even here yet. The first thing that I would change, and this is one of the things that's not even here yet at the time of filming this, but when you're watching this, if you're driving in 2026, it's probably gonna be there. That is the tip guarantee. So if we take a look at an offer, at least, let's take a look at this offer. Any offer that says this amount, whatever, it's gonna say guaranteed, including tip. What happens is if the customer reduces the tip, it can be all the way down to zero. Uber is going to cover the tip. And we don't know yet, so make sure to subscribe. I'll follow this stuff for you. How many offers are gonna apply? You do need that specific tag or verbiage on the offer card to get that tip guarantee. Is it gonna be for like all order types, like shop and deliver and stuff like that? But if there's anything you need to look for that tag, and if there's anything in the settings that we need to change going forward, I'll let you know. Here's another thing that I imagine if we go into the, let's see here, where are they gonna hide this one? Probably the work hub, yeah, right here in the work hub. Now this one also brand new. This is coming in 2026. So it's this new digital task, really for the first time, an earning opportunity when you're not even on the road. So I could be here, you could be wherever, at home or something, and you can make money with submitting documents like receipts and stuff, or just doing an audio message for a couple of minutes and you can make money. But now, well, firstly, my point was it's probably gonna be listed here in the work hub. So if it is, opt into it. If you wanna do it, it's not gonna be a ton of money. So the way that I would use these new digital tasks, we talk about a filler app, an app that'll fill in your work day. This is kind of like a filler task. Fill in your Uber Eats shift with a few of these tasks. Even if you do one like receipt upload, think about it. One receipt upload for like $1, then you're instantly increasing your hourly rate. Like, okay, I'm making 17 an hour on my Uber Eats runs. Now it's 18, maybe 19. So it helps you out, kind of fills in your shift really for just a couple of minutes. Another brand new thing here, if we stay in the work hub, and again, this is probably coming to the work hub, so you can check for if you have it. But if anything, you'll see this on the offer card as well. It is the new catering offers with additional setup pay. So catering, it's more volume, it's more food, right? Possibly those little like banquet trays, the chafing trays. And now not only do I deliver it, but I get paid extra money to set it up. If you're interested at this at all, look at standalone catering platforms, Expedite, Zifty, Deliver That's. Skipcart does a little bit of it. If this is another thing that's going to be added to that work hub, if you need to qualify, if you need to show you have catering bags. Funny enough, DoorDash's large order catering program, they don't even require you to verify the catering bags anymore. But on Uber Eats, if you have to do it, because those can be really high margined, really high paying offers, plus you'll get extra pay to set it up. Yes, I understand it takes a little bit longer. It's gonna be up to you, your marketplace, if you wanna do that. Now a few settings that are in the app right now. So if I go to promotions, this is in the opportunities tab. And if I just filter again by promotions here, it'll filter out only by those incentives here. You see this Boost Plus pay, right? Now at my marketplace here in Pittsburgh, right now it says rides only, but this does also apply to Uber Eats deliveries. What do you need to do? Well, in the past, I could just drive and then the marketplace or even a little area of the marketplace that had Boost Plus pay, it would be live. Not the case anymore. And I found out the hard way. If you want to watch that shift, you have to tap on sign up. Like, look, let's sign up for one here. Then it says confirmed. If I wanted to drive on this shift, sign up for it, and then it says confirmed. Otherwise, when you're driving, you're not gonna get this bonus pay. And this is stackable. So I could get Boost Plus Pay. It's a per delivery bonus, or per rides bonus in my profile here at least. Now, Uber had their Only on Uber event 2025, where they announced a lot of new features carrying into 2026. So now you're gonna see an updated rewards Uber Pro or Uber Eats Pro page here in your driver app. I scroll down here on the homepage, and at the very bottom, it says unlock Uber Eats Pro Gold. That is the next level. You can see right now I have green, and you can also see it's linked to preferred deliveries. That is why this rewards program matters. If you're gonna meet these metrics, then you can get that preferred access. But this is gonna change. This is kind of the initial layout here, so look for that. It's gonna be easier, and then look for the metrics that you have to hit, because it might be different for different marketplaces. So if I change my preferences and I just go to deliveries here, it will change to this Uber Eats heat map. This is new, kind of like late 2025. So if you're watching in 2026, here's how I'd use this map. So we can see here a whole bunch of icons listing shops, restaurants, merchants, and then the color coding. Okay, yellow, it's decently busy, but maybe over here in the red, it's more busy. And then we can see the orange kind of in between. If I was looking at this, it's a lot. Like, look, we zoom out. There's a lot of data points. Use this, sure, for reference, but I would still want you to know your own, we call it power strips, areas that are dense with restaurants or opportunities. I'd use this as a reference, but eventually over time, you'll know your own areas. And I would never alter my driving just to try to go towards one of these zones, like one of these heat map areas. I'm just gonna go to where I know it's busy and wait, because this is gonna change like every 10 minutes, but still I would rely more on my expertise than looking at this all the time. Let's go back to the Work Hub. So if we go into menu here, we go into accounts, we go to Work Hub, make sure you verify your installated bags. You can see mine here are pending. I just got to resubmit a picture, and we can see it would unlock more earnings opportunities, specifically for a pizza bag or insulated bags in general. Very simple. And I think it would be a good idea if you plan on doing this for like more than a month, get a pizza bag and or catering bag. Common question, tax forms. So let's go back into the profile here on the menu. Let's click on accounts. Let's click on tax info. And then right here are your tax forms. Now, these companies, they're going to send you the 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation. They're going to send that form around January after they get the numbers in at the end of the year. Then they're going to send that to you early January. Next, we'll go back into opportunities here. Now, here is where you're going to see something called flat rates. And this is on mobility, rideshare, and Uber Eats food delivery. I don't have it right now here in Pittsburgh, but I've seen it. And this is something we are going to see more of, I feel like, in 2026 as it expands to more and more marketplaces. This is similar to Earn by Time on DoorDash. So with flat rates, it's going to tell you you will earn X amount per active hour from the moment you pick it up to when you deliver it. But the decision you're going to have to make is what would pay you more? Is it driving on, in this case, flat rates, or like the standard mode? There's no really verbiage for it. DoorDash calls it earn per offer. So like the standard mode, offer per offer on Uber Eats. One consideration for flat rates, and we didn't see this really on DoorDash, is if I'm earning per active time when I'm on the assignment, they didn't mention really any change for tipping, because on DoorDash, earn by time, they'll say tips might be lower on earn by time on DoorDash. We haven't seen that on Uber Eats. So if you like the predictability, it'll say something like $14, $15, $18 an hour, then consider again, which one is earning you more money. I wouldn't really take anything under like 16. I think 16 is the bare minimum for flat rates. Again, yes, you'll get tips on top of that. But if it's, let's say, 18, 19, like something super high, $20, then I would take that guarantee on flat rates and then get the bonus of even more tips, hopefully on top of that. And then lastly, some common questions here, just kind of the quality of life stuff. So go into accounts here, and here is where you can edit your navigation. So if I go into navigation under app settings, if I go into app settings here, I can change it between Uber navigation, Google Maps, or Apple Maps. It's up to you. I feel like, and you can see I have it on Google Maps like separately. I feel like DoorDash's in-app navigation that I believe partners with Google Maps, it's just better because on DoorDash, I can like swipe up my phone and it'll say the ending destination if I'm making the delivery, but it'll give me information like leave a door or whatever it is on that one screen. Because I've tried to use Uber's in-app navigation, I feel like I just don't like the map interface as much, and I just don't have as clear info, I feel. But again, it's up to you. If you like Google Maps separately, if you like Apple Maps separately, or if you like that in-app navigation, I just feel like whichever one, you feel more confident so you don't miss turns, you don't miss the destination and stuff like that. In the app settings here, really, I just play around with anything else that you like. I feel like I haven't changed much here different than the default. Sound and voice for any announcements or notifications. We have communication here for how you want customers to reach you. That one I would change if you prefer them to text you. So I think that for Uber Eats, there's really not a ton of settings that you really need to change, but we have new things that are coming. So the main things I'd focus on are the navigation, the alerts, any kind of push notifications for our promotional stuff, and then that work hub. The work hub, I would want to make sure I have, if the tip guarantee thing comes there, if the catering setup settings, if anything else comes there as well. I feel like Uber Eats, again, it's like kind of easier, like not as much with settings compared to other apps, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, set it once, you're kind of good to go here. How easy do you think it is, you know, as an Uber Eats driver?